Have you guys ever heard the phrase, I'd rather have 4 quarters than 100 pennies? Because I don't think I made that up, but I might have. I don't know. But, anyways, if you're clicking on a video titled whatever I titled this, you probably can assume what I mean when I refer to that quote. And it's literally just like an argument of quality over quantity when it comes to friendships, and I just want to explore that. I don't have any script or anything, but oh, I gotta do the intro. Hey guys, it's Drew. On this channel, I generally talk about music, art, and life. So I feel like I felt this way before, but I would be the type of person to be like, I hate small talk. I think it's boring and shallow, and it does nothing for me. But as I get older, like in this current day, I'm like just more okay with small talk with like a big asterisk. And that asterisk is that the small talk will ideally lead to something like a little bit deeper. It's almost like, I don't know, I'm trying to think of a good metaphor. Maybe like fishing. I don't fish, but small talk is like casting the line and letting the thing sit in the water, just kind of like waiting for something to like bite. I mean, literally, waiting for the other person to bite. And then once you feel that like little pull, that's when you start like reeling, and then you can go into more like, I don't know, what you call like deeper conversation, which I very much still prefer over small talk in general. And when I say like deep discussion, I'm not like trying to be pretentious and be like, okay, we got to talk about the economic state of the world or whatever, but more like deeper, even as in just personal conversations, right? Like, hey, what are your goals in life? Like that kind of stuff, right? Like I met this guy just yesterday, actually, super cool guy. But like we did just that. So like we had a mutual friend at this thing. Like how did you meet this person? Mutual friend. And again, just like small talk, right? Okay, he met this person through school. Okay, what do you do for school? Still like small talk. And then this guy starts telling me about like his degree, and like he's gonna move out to New York in like a month or two to start a new job, and because he just graduated and all that stuff, right? But like if I didn't make any small talk or kind of just like, we're doing this again, I wouldn't have gotten to the point where I would have known his kind of career aspirations. And yes, that is significantly more interesting than how do you know this person, but you gotta start there to end up at the more deeper stuff, anyways, right? Like, I've literally walked up to people and started conversations by saying, like, do you know about the toilet? And, well, this is what I mean. Put it up here. So I'd be like, do you know about the toilet? And then they're like, what is this guy talking about? And well, I mean, no regrets, but you are really taking a dice roll when you do that kind of thing. And if you're about that, like, I'll support. Yeah, do that. Sometimes I'll ask people, not often, but, read the room type of situation where I'll just ask them, like, what is your biggest, darkest fear in life? And actually, now that I'm thinking about it, that might be, like, the way to go. Again, unscripted, I'm just, like, thinking through this. But that might be the way to go, maybe. Because that, like, establishes, I guess, the person that you are, if you ask that question. But on the other side of things, again, I still think that small talk is important and a good thing, actually. So, with that all being said, I do feel, and this is probably common for many people who feel this way, like me, but a lot of conversations kind of start and end with small talk. And that kind of sucks because, I mean, I want something deeper. But no matter like how much I want that depth in conversation, if the other person is not willing to go there or just doesn't want to go there, it's not gonna happen, and you can't force it. So it's like, what am I even complaining about? I don't know, but I guess I'm allowed to want something that isn't what most people are willing to offer. But I do, man, I do. I think I prefer like one-on-one interactions between friends for that reason, is because I mean, the one-on-one is a certain dynamic. The moment you introduce even one other person, the dynamic changes. It's, usually never bad. Like, I feel like I get along with people just fine, but it changes. The dynamic changes. Right? I mean, it depends on the crowd, but, like, you can't go as deep, I've noticed at least, on certain things when there's more people around, because if one person is not willing to go there, it's not gonna happen. You're not gonna have as much depth. And that just gets like more complicated as you introduce like bigger groups. And don't get me wrong, like having big groups of people can be fun. Like it is fun. People want fun in their life. I mean, heck, so do I, right? But I also want depth in my life. It's just, yeah, I don't know. But that's like why I don't really do friend groups as much. Like sure, I'll hang out with a group of friends, but like I do, again, I keep saying it, I want that depth. It's maybe just a preference of mine, but I prefer like one-on-one interaction, even not between friends, but just like people in general. And I guess the word I'm going for is connection. And that goes for friends. That definitely also goes for like romantic relationships. I want connection more than, I guess, just like fun or company, which is still fine. You can still want those things. But I guess back to the thing that I opened this video with, I would rather have 4 really close friends than 100 kind of acquaintance type friends. And I do have very close friends. I'm very grateful for them, but I guess I'd also have 5 quarters than 4 quarters, right? I don't know if that is a good metaphor. And again, this is all just like my preference based on my experiences. I am a musician, as I probably say in every single one of my videos, and in my music, I try to explore like more richer and like deeper themes. Honestly, because that's just what interests me. And so maybe that's why I would want to find that in the outside world as well. There might also be like an argument about having really, really high expectations for others, but one, I hope that like I myself as a person hold myself to those same expectations, and two, in the past I have told myself like, okay, I need to lower my expectations, but that still that's just me saying that to myself almost. I don't actually believe that I'm lowering my expectations, and then I get disappointed, and then this other people like will hurt me, and then I'll hurt them, and then it's just a whole mess. Maybe it's like really super cynical to say, but if you have high expectations, expect to be disappointed. And I guess now that I've been living with that mindset for a little bit now, I'm a lot better about expressing my disappointments in a more healthy way or just a more like fair way to the other person. But you know, I do have hope that I'll find more people that perhaps experience the world in the way that I do. It might be like a smaller percentage, but it is a percentage. There are those people out there. Maybe that's just like wishful thinking there, but I mean, I don't know. I have to keep hope. And once again, like I'm grateful for the close friends that I have, and well, I'm even grateful for the not as close friends that I have because, well, like I said, I have fun with them. So I don't know. Maybe I'll just like leave this video with never compromise. I don't know, but cool. I thought I'd be way less busy now that it's summertime and like I don't have shows to worry about. I'm just kind of working on creative projects, but oh my god, it's so busy for me right now. And I'm gonna see if I can get these videos like done on like a daily upload schedule that I have been doing for the past, I don't know, month or couple months. I don't know. I want to talk about like video games a little bit more because that's like a pretty like recent interest of mine that I mean I kind of just fell in love with. But hopefully I'll get time to do all that. For now, I'm out. Peace.